The number of songs made and dedicated for the Big Apple, New York City, is too many to count, which made us stop and wonder about what the spacious and bustling city has to offer. If you're planning to drop by the crowded streets of NYC, then today's video is for you. For today's episode, we'll be sharing with you 13 amazing things you have to do in New York City, so keep on watching to know more. Try indoor skydiving at iFly Westchester. Starting today's list of things you should do when you're in New York is for the adrenaline junkies out there who want to do it in a controlled environment. If you've always wanted to skydive but are too scared of leaping 10,000 feet off a moving plane, then we suggest you try skydiving at the iFly Westchester, which caters to skydiving enthusiasts and curious souls, minus the danger. The establishment is built with a wind tunnel, so there's no need for you to jump at extreme heights, nor any bad weather to consider. Just fun and games for you, your friends, and the whole family. Drop by at the Van Gogh Immersive Experience Art Exhibit. Everybody knows who Vincent Van Gogh is, as well as his works, but have you ever tried what it's like seeing his works from a different perspective? If you're up for something trippy that will stimulate the artist in you, then you should try visiting Van Gogh the Immersive Experience, where the tragic artist's works are displayed in a 360-degree digital composition. We highly recommend this activity, especially if you're a big fan of the artist, and also if you're looking for an activity that tickles your senses through unconventional light and sound play with virtual reality features to boot. Spend the day exploring the catacombs of the Basilica of St. Patrick's Old Cathedral. For our spooky explorers who'd like to experience a bit of an eerie thrill, we suggest you go explore the catacombs of the Basilica of St. Patrick's Old Cathedral, which was the former cathedral of the Archdiocese of New York, located in the Nolita neighborhood of Lower Manhattan. This 200-year-old catacomb is the final resting place of some of the most prolific figures in U.S. history, which include Abraham Lincoln's advisor Thomas Eckert and the first Bishop of New York, John Connolly. There's a 90-minute walking tour that takes you to several off-limit spaces of the Basilica grounds, as well as several hidden areas, which are a delight to explore via candlelight. Experience a virtual reality journey through Arcadia Earth. For those who want to know more about sustainability and environmentalism in a fun way, you should try the virtual reality journey offered by Arcadia Earth. The museum boasts not only vivid but immersive art installations that focus on climate change, which is a great place to take your kids to, or if you're curious and looking for fun ways to know about our home planet. Arcadia Earth is known as the first multi-sensory and augmented reality journey through Earth, which you can experience from your perspective. Take a long walk at Central Park. Next, we have one of the most underrated activities both locals and tourists should do while in New York. Take a long walk at Central Park, considered as the lungs of the big city. There's a variety of fun activities you can do within these lush grounds, such as biking, running, and fitness tours, as well as guided horse and carriages. You could even see the animals at the Central Park Zoo, or simply have a picnic on the grass. But if you're feeling active, there are a lot of recreational activities you can do within the grounds as well, which include yoga, and if you're lucky, you may even witness a theatrical performance or two in the park. Go see the immersive theatrical experience Moonrise. New York City is full of glamorous and jaw-dropping theatrical performances, and one of these you wouldn't want to miss is Moonrise. The circus-themed and immersive performance are definitely one for the books, since it involves all of your five senses that will take you on an astrological journey. The show tells the different stories of each moon goddess about every moon phase, which eventually depicts depicts all 13 mythological moon goddesses. Said acts will include aerial performances that were performed at Cirque du Soleil for a decade and were originally created by the family owners of Moonrise, the Rigolo family. Explore NYC's colorful nightlife at the Rose Room. Since we already mentioned the topic of theaters, there are a lot more of these performances you could explore if you drop by NYC's famed underground circus scene and flamboyant nightlife at the Rose Room at Triad Triangle. Here you could find Cirque du Soleil as well as Broadway and many nightclubs that are famous not only for their vibrant life but also for their world-class cuisine as well. And yes, also the premium cocktails that will make you crave for more. So if you're looking for a fun night filled with burlesque and magical acts, then the Rose Room is the destination for you. Watch a famous Broadway show. Of course, when you're in New York, you might as well watch a famous Broadway show, or two, or more. Venture your way into Times Square, the beating heart of New York, and take in the very essence of city life. If you're wondering what Broadway show you have to watch, Hamilton, The Phantom of the Opera, Wicked, and Kinky Boots are of the top recommendations according to a survey. Of course, you could never go wrong with Les Miserables, West Side Story, or The Producers. What's important is you have a musical night to remember. Spend the night laughing your heart out at the Comedy Cellar. If Broadway or the likes of theatrics aren't your thing, then you could always drop by at the Comedy Cellar, where you can spend the evening laughing to your heart's content. It's a famous place where some of New York's funniest comedians perform and is widely regarded as the best comedy club in the whole country. Comedy Cellar goes way back in 1982 and is established by current television writer/producer Bill Grunfest, who previously worked as a stand-up comedian. This place is also the foundation of some comedians today, which include the likes of Aziz Ansari and Jon Stewart. If you're lucky, you might even witness a performance or two from Amy Schumer, Kevin Hart, or Chris Rock. Spend a relaxing day at The Air. New York City is known for its hustling and bustling streets, but we bet you didn't know that there's an establishment somewhere in the city that offers relaxation that draws inspiration from olden times. Air Ancient Baths New York is a spa that offers a relaxing environment for bathing, treatments, and the like. It's located at a restored historical building, originally an 1883 textile factory, which also adds to its appeal. So if you're into something low-key and require zero to minimal energy, then spend your day relaxing at one of the spas in Air Ancient Baths. Try your luck at the Escape Game New York City. Next up, if you're up for a challenge and feeling devious with your friends, then you might want to try your luck at the Escape Game New York, where you solve puzzles and immerse yourself in different avenues to escape the room. Located in the heart of Midtown Manhattan, experience firsthand the unique premium escape rooms and have the time of your lives. Plus, you'll never get bored since the puzzles often change, so it'll surely challenge you and keep you hooked in the game. Satisfy your hunger and try the best burgers at J.G. Mellon's and the legendary DeFara Pizza. For our food buddies out there, don't worry, we didn't forget you and we got you covered. Pizza fans, you should definitely drop by at DeFara's Pizzeria, a family-owned establishment that is widely regarded as one of the best pizza places in New York City. If you're a burger person, then you should try J.G. Mellon's Burgers, which were also called by the public as one of the best burgers in town that even entrepreneur Danny Meyer and former NYC Mayor Michael Bloomberg frequents the place. Since we're already on the topic of food, then you might want to try Pete Luger's Steakhouse as well, which is known for one of the best pieces of meat in Brooklyn, which is a must-try for locals and tourists alike. Spend the day admiring international art at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. If we're talking about New York, you must definitely drop by a museum or two in the Big Apple and Luckily, there's a lot of museums you could leisurely spend the day in. Of course, the Metropolitan Museum of Art is the first on our list, which is simply called the Met. It's home to a vast collection of over 2 million works, which are divided and curated into 17 departments. Then there's the Museum of Modern Art, or MoMA, which is widely considered as one of the most influential museums of modern art in the world, which is located in Midtown Manhattan. Of course, it would be a crime if we wouldn't include the Solomon R. Guggenheim Museum, or simply called the Guggenheim Museum, which serves as one of the best examples of modern architecture designed by renowned architect Frank Lloyd Wright. There are a lot of fun and engaging activities you could try in New York, or even relaxing ones if that's what you prefer, but unfortunately, we're all out of time. That wraps up today's video about the 13 amazing things you have to do in New York City. Which one will you try first if you ever find yourself in New York? Let us know in the comments below. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.